73% of people are doing it. I think you're going to be surprised with what it is. That's this week on Think Tank Tuesday. Hi, this is Paul Potratz, and welcome to this week's Think Tank Tuesday. 73% of people are doing it. So anyway, this came from a question of one of the viewers. So Bill writes in, I'm a district manager and my dealers are seeing less internet leads than a year ago. The conversion to sales are also off. Any solutions would help. So yeah, Bill, guess what? 73% of the people are doing it. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about 73% of the people are abandoning forms on your website. So let me explain that for a moment. So in other words, on your website where you have the one button that says quick quote, you click the button, it goes over to a page. Or you have a button that says value my trade, you click that button, it goes over to a page. What we've seen by watching as far as the heat mapping on the websites and the visitor flow, we found out that 73% of individuals going to a website will click that button to go over to another page and they go, whoa, wait, no, I'm not ready to commit. I think we have a real issue with commitment is what it is. But really what it is, as far as consumers, car shoppers are getting smarter. They're getting more internet savvy. Because if you look at the sales numbers of what you're selling month in, month out versus last year, chances are you're up. Because we're seeing this with a lot of dealers across the country. But when consumers are doing this, in other words, abandoning forms, it presents an opportunity. So what I mean by opportunity is there's a strategy. There's a marketing strategy that you can put in place that car shoppers are getting smarter. Actually, it's a wonderful opportunity to do this. So now the opportunity. Let's talk about the strategy because you have this opportunity. So let's use the button that as far as it says value my trade. So that button that's value my trade, you got to make sure your website's set up properly, that you have a button, they click the button, and then it goes over to a page. The first step is remarketing. So I want you to write this down. I'm going to give you a second to get a pen out or whatever, your iPad. And do you have it? Okay. So I want you to write down remarketing segmentation. So we've all talked about remarketing, retargeting. What that is, basically somebody visits your website, they pick up a code, they leave your website, and they start seeing your ads on other websites like ESPN, CNN, list goes on. So remarketing segmentation is breaking up the code and building ad campaigns for every page that an individual visits. In other words, if I click that button for value my trade, I go to that page, then I should pick up a code that starts talking to me about why didn't I go ahead and do it? As far as value your trade, find out. We'll give you 110% more. So my point is, when they click that button and go to a page, they've already kind of shown you that they're interested. So now it's time to get aggressive with your advertising campaign. It's time to get aggressive with your copywriting. Because an individual is using a website much the way they used to use a newspaper 5 and 10 years ago. In other words, they go through the newspaper, they look at, oh yeah, I'm interested in that car. And then they'd show up to your dealership and your sales manager would say, yeah, newspaper ad's working. I seen it rolled up on the side of their seat. It was rolled up, so that newspaper ad's working. Well, that's what's happening with your website. Your website's becoming a newspaper of today. So the remarketing segmentation is the first thing that you want to do. Value my trade, go to it, and get aggressive with the message. Just say, hey, what are you waiting for? Find out what your vehicle's worth. What are you waiting for? We need used cars. Hey, hurry up. We'll pay you up to 110% for your vehicle. So get aggressive in your copywriting and make sure that your website's segmented. It's amazed how many times I've seen a dealer doing remarketing and the SEM company's not even segmenting the remarketing. They got lazy, basically, is what it was, because they couldn't do hundreds of dealers that way. So remarketing segmentation is the first thing. Another thing I want you to do, boy, I'm going to get shot for this one. What do you think, Brian? But I'm going to share this one too. Another thing, he didn't even know who I was talking to. He was like, who's Brian? Whoa. What are you talking about? So anyway, another thing I want you to do to be able to start to really see what's going on is, I think it was somewhere in the 20 group about 12 years ago, somebody said, hey, I got an idea. I'm going to win the prize at this 20 group. Put your phone number really big on the top, on the header, so it's big. Put your phone number plastered. Put your address. Stop it. Don't do that, because that increases your bounce rate. And not only that, it takes away some of your targeting capability and your remarketing capability. Get that Contact Us button, the About Us button, and put your contact information under the Contact Us button where it needs to go, okay? This will reduce your bounce rate, and it gives you an opportunity for remarketing segmentation, because now this is an opportunity. They click the Contact Us button, they go to that page, you have segmented remarketing, you talk about your USP, in other words, unique selling proposition, why they should do business with you instead of anybody else. So there you go. There's your opportunity. So again, Bill, back to your question, yeah, maybe the leads have gone down and the conversion's gone down, but the bigger question is, have the sales gone down? And I'll say, no, they probably haven't. And if they have, email me back and we can go a step farther. So remarketing segmentation is what you need. And also another thing that you need to do is don't always track as far as your success based on the number of phone calls and the number of lead forms that you receive. I want you to look at other analytics. I want you to look at how many times a person visits a Contact Us page, how many unique visits you get to your website, how many as far as returning visits you get to your website. So what is the returning traffic to your website? Also, be sure that you're looking at the bounce rate and the time spent on the website. These are all conversion mechanisms, and this is what you need to be measuring. You need to be measuring it all. You need to say, this is my benchmark, and the industry standard is 2 minutes and 30 seconds that somebody spends on my website. So if that's where you're at, set your goal to actually say, what can I get to 2 minutes and 45 seconds? My bounce rate, 35%. What can I do to get my bounce rate to 33%? Set those goals, and also realize that all of these things I'm talking about, Contact Us page, phone calls, visiting the individual pages, your sales page or weekly specials page, those are all considered conversions. Don't always measure as far as, lead forms and phone calls, because if you do, you're just not going to be able to sleep at night. So share the video, and what I also want you to do is, if you have a question, then go ahead and put it in the comments box, because then we'll answer it on an upcoming Think Tank. See you next week.